Welcome to another episode of BooTScoop, where we blend immersive gameplay with profound philosophical insights. Today, we're diving into the world of Minecraft to build a skeleton spawner, all while exploring the existentialist themes that resonate within open-world games. As we embark on this building adventure, we'll reflect on the absurdity of the virtual world's challenges and draw parallels to existentialist philosophy. Existentialism is a philosophical movement that emerged in the 20th century, focusing on themes like individual freedom, choice, and the search for meaning in an indifferent or even absurd universe. Thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre, Albert Camus, and Simone de Beauvoir grappled with the nature of existence and the human condition, questioning how we find purpose in a world that often seems arbitrary and chaotic. In Minecraft, much like in existentialist philosophy, we find ourselves in an open world, free to create, explore, and make our own choices. The game provides us with tools and resources, but it doesn't dictate how we should use them. This freedom mirrors the existentialist belief that we are responsible for creating our own meaning and defining our existence through our actions. As we prepare the area for our skeleton spawner, let's delve into the existential theme of the absurd. Albert Camus, a prominent existentialist, described the absurd as the conflict between our desire for meaning and the indifferent, chaotic nature of the universe. In the Myth of Sisyphus, Camus illustrates this concept through the story of Sisyphus, a figure from Greek mythology condemned to push a boulder up a hill for eternity, only to watch it roll back down each time it reaches the top. In Minecraft, we often face similarly absurd challenges. We labor to gather resources, build structures, and fend off mobs, knowing that our efforts can be undone in an instant by a rogue creeper or a misstep into lava. The game's arbitrary setbacks and unpredictable dangers reflect the absurdity that Camus describes. Yet, just as Sisyphus finds contentment in his struggle, we too can find joy and satisfaction in the process of building and creating, despite the ever-present potential for loss. Camus suggested that we should embrace the absurd and continue to search for meaning in our efforts. This perspective encourages us to find joy in the process itself, rather than fixating on the outcome. As we build our skeleton spawner, each block we place and each challenge we overcome contributes to the overall experience and satisfaction we derive from the game. Now let's consider the existentialist emphasis on individual freedom and responsibility. Jean-Paul Sartre famously declared that existence precedes essence, meaning that we are not born with a predetermined purpose. Instead, we must define our own essence through our actions and choices. In Minecraft, we exercise this freedom constantly, making decisions about how to shape the world around us and what projects to undertake. Building a skeleton spawner is a choice that reflects our agency within the game. It's a decision to create something functional and beneficial, turning the raw materials in a hostile environment into a controlled and productive space. This act of creation mirrors the existentialist idea that we give our lives meaning through our projects and commitments. Sartre also discussed the concept of bad faith, where individuals deceive themselves to avoid the responsibility of making free choices. In Minecraft, playing in bad faith might involve following a predetermined path or copying others' designs without engaging creatively or thoughtfully. To play authentically, we must embrace our freedom and take ownership of our decisions, even if they lead to mistakes or setbacks. As we lay the foundation for our skeleton spawner, let's think about the existentialist concept of existential dread, or angst. Existential dread arises from the realization of our profound freedom and the weight of responsibility that comes with it. In the open-world setting of Minecraft, we might feel a similar sense of overwhelm when faced with the limitless possibilities and the need to make meaningful choices. However, existentialists like Sartre argue that embracing this freedom, despite its associated anxiety, is essential for authentic living. By taking responsibility for our choices and their consequences, we live more fully and authentically. In Minecraft, this means embracing the creative and survival challenges the game presents, knowing that our actions shape the world and define our experience. Existential dread is not just a negative feeling, it is a call to action, a reminder that our choices matter. Each decision we make in Minecraft, from where to build our base to how to design our spawner is an exercise in freedom and responsibility. By acknowledging this, we can transform our anxiety into a source of motivation and creativity. As we fine-tune the mechanics of our spawner, let's reflect on another existential theme, the concept of being toward death, introduced by Martin Heidegger. Heidegger emphasized that an awareness of our mortality can inspire us to live more authentically. In Minecraft, while we don't face literal death, the constant threats and potential for loss remind us of the impermanence of our creations and achievements. This awareness can encourage us to appreciate the present moment and invest our efforts in meaningful projects. The skeleton spawner, once complete, will serve as a testament to our resilience and creativity, even if it eventually succumbs to the game's hazards. By focusing on the process and the significance of our actions, we can find fulfillment in the journey itself. Now, as we test and optimize our skeleton spawner, we can reflect on the existentialist idea of finding meaning through action. In a world that may seem indifferent to our efforts, it is through our actions that we assert our existence and create value. Each skeleton that spawns and each resource we collect from our spawner is a testament to our ability to impose order and purpose in the game's chaotic environment. Simone de Beauvoir, another key existentialist thinker, emphasized the importance of embracing our freedom to forge our own paths and create meaning in our lives. In Minecraft, this means taking initiative, experimenting with new designs, and learning from our experiences. The satisfaction we derive from our creations, despite the ever-present threats and uncertainties, mirrors the existentialist pursuit of meaning in an unpredictable and often indifferent world. As we reflect on the completion of our skeleton spawner, let's consider the existentialist notion of authenticity. Living authentically means acknowledging our freedom and responsibility, making choices that reflect our true values and aspirations. In Minecraft, authenticity might involve pursuing creative projects that genuinely interest us, rather than simply following trends or external expectations. Building a skeleton spawner is an authentic choice if it aligns with our goals and enhances our gaming experience. By taking ownership of our actions and embracing the challenges, we can create a meaningful and fulfilling experience in the game, just as we strive to do in our lives. Thank you for joining me on this philosophical journey through Minecraft. As we've seen, the existential themes of freedom, responsibility, the absurd, and the search for meaning resonate deeply within the open-world gameplay of Minecraft. By embracing these themes, we can find joy and fulfillment in the process of creation, both in the virtual world and in our everyday lives. Remember, the challenges we face, whether in-game or in life, are opportunities to define our existence and create our own meaning. Embrace the freedom, take responsibility for your choices, and find contentment in the journey, despite the absurdity.